Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today. That's right. The King of Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 87 review. So, I'm happy, alright? And let me tell you I'm happy, alright? I'm happy because I'm a huge fan of Knuckle. Alright? One episode and that's all I needed, alright? I am a huge fan of Knuckle. And the reason why I'm a huge fan of Knuckle is because Knuckle is nostalgic. He's very nostalgic. Why is that? Because Knuckle is Kuwa I 2.0. Now, if you haven't seen Yu Hakusho, watch it. Alright, that's all I can say. Watch it. It is my favorite anime of all time. Watch it. Watch it. Now, because they're the same author, again, Togashi Yoshihiro, right? He is I was going to say literary god, but not really. But he's just a very, very, very good writer. When it comes to artists, well, obviously his volumes that he actually sells to people, or that they sell to people, because he's not actually doing the selling. It's the company, Shueisha. But again, another story. The volumes actually have much, much, much better artwork than the actual online scans. The online scans look ridiculously half-assed. It's not even funny. But they let him get. See, note how other authors, if they pull that shit, like for example, right? If the author of Himari Born, right, Akira Amano, I believe her name is. If she pulled that shit off, that Togashi did, would her shit fly? Fuck no. They would be like, what the hell is this shit? What is this? Like, no. What you mean, get out of here? What you mean, no? But it's Togashi Yoshihiro. He can pull that shit off. Why? Because he's Togashi Yoshihiro. That's fucking why. He can do whatever he wants to do. Have you seen his room? My God. He's married to the same woman who made Sailor Moon. He's Togashi Yoshihiro. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. And granted, the hiatuses, they piss me off. I'm not gonna lie. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Like, bro, where you at? Like, yo. Hey, where you at? However, the man, he's an amazing writer, to say the least. And seeing a character that I, to this day, still love, Kuwabara, in the series Yu Hakusho, and now seeing the same author kind of emulate that same character in another series, Hunter x Hunter, Knuckle, the same, like, I don't know what, it's the uniform. It's very similar to the middle school uniforms that Yusuke and Kuwabara wore, and has these rings on them when it comes to Knuckle. And then he has that Kuwabara hairstyle. Again, the name escapes me because I'm not a hair dude. Obviously, no shit. But just seeing the character aspects of Kuwabara being portrayed in Knuckle, how Kuwabara, he's a manly man. He attempts to portray this manly man role, what it means to be a real man. All right, and we see Knuckle do the same thing here. However, they both, Kuwabara and Knuckle, have these soft sides to them for particular people or things. Like, for example, with Kuwabara, it was that one girl, Yukino, I believe her name was, the ice demon. And in this case, Knuckle, it's with dogs. It's with certain creatures. So they always have these soft sides to them. And that, to me, I thought was very cool. All right, I thought it was very cool. I liked it a lot. It was enjoyable. It was, and overall, it was just funny. So, respect. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Respect, Knuckle. Respect. And again, if you haven't seen Yu Hakusho, watch it. In my opinion, better than DBZ. Easy. All right, people got into anime because of DBZ. Me, it was Yu fucking Hakusho. It was Yusuke Urameshi, and I don't care what no one has to say about that. Now, moving on. The episode, aside from that stuff, is basically we see how Chairman Otero, Nove, and Morel are going about the process of eliminating these Chimera ants, quote-unquote, by Nove, one by one. And they're doing the process where they're using Morel's smoke as like as a fog, like as a real thick fog, so the Chimera ants can't see each other. And then we have Nove make these weird like dimensional portal things where they fall through, and then we see like all of a sudden like this one like ladybug Chimera ant, he winds up in some weird room, and all of a sudden there's Cherminatero just right there. He's like, "Let the games begin," and he's ready to go. But we don't know what happens. But from what we can assume, the room is an ability of Nove. We see the countermeasures being formed by the squadron leaders, mainly Peggy and Colt, because they are like they're portrayed as the two smartest squadron leaders. And basically, they're gonna pair up the reckless squads, the squads that have no real structure to them, with the squads that actually have structure and order to them, and try and set up these traps to capture the humans that are taking out their squadron leaders, because that's what they've lost like a few squads already to Nove and Morel and Cherminatero. And however, Nove already knows this. Nove is already playing this scenario out in his head. Now, because Nove already has an understanding about what the Chimera ants are going to do, him and Morel are going to purposefully engage some of these traps. Not all of them. Some of the traps they will not engage, other traps they will engage. And this is to keep the Chimera ants always on their toes, where sometimes they work, all times they don't work. But they still will not be able to kill Nove and Morel because of their skill sets. So, and that's the way it is. And Terminator also hopes that things are going to pan out the way that Nove says they are. However, when you notice Terminator, he's staring up at the sky. He seems kind of distant, and we don't know why. I mean, he just does. I mean, when he came out real hot. He was like, yeah, let's fucking do this, let's go. And now he seems a little more distant. So, he's contemplating something, that's obvious, but we don't know what it is exactly. And again, for the first time, he's seen someone stronger than himself, in a while at least. So, he's contemplating something, and we don't know what it is exactly. But we'll leave it at that. And then when it comes to the Killua Gon Biscuit training, I mean, basically they've progressed very nicely, and that's mainly due to the fact that Biscuit's using her ability, that aesthetic massage type of thing. I forgot the exact name, but basically it's like a few minutes will feel like a few hours when it comes to sleep, and they'll cover very relatively quick. So the whole thing here is that Nove, like after like the first confrontation between Knuckle and Gon and Killua, and you know, like Knuckle, he's like, what the fuck is this? Like these kids, they come in there, they're exhausted, and he's being, in his mind, clearly underestimated. So he's like, you know what, no, fuck that shit, give me a free fucking punch. Unfortunately, he has no idea about, you know, Gon's rock, and you know, what's in Japanese, Saisho, that's the way it is. He gives Knuckle a nice shot. We don't know where exactly, but the way it panned out, Knuckle was like juicing the shit out of it, like he just died. And then, like he's like, I trusted you, yeah. And then Gon's like, what's up with this guy? Killua's like, it's obvious, he's a fucking idiot. I guess again, it's the whole overselling. I mean, Kubar does that shit too. I mean, you remember when well, no spoilers. All I'm gonna say is Kubar Togora. That's all I'm gonna say. Younger Togora. I want to spoil it for you, some of you guys who haven't seen the series Yu Hakusho, because you guys should have been seen it by now. Like seriously, like if you've seen Dragon Ball Z, then you should have seen Yu Hakusho. That's just the way it is. But whatever, fine. And basically, the whole entire thing is that we see them training, and then from then on, Knuckles says, "Oh, I'll fight you guys at any time." But it's just that you guys can't beat me in the 20 days remaining. And we see them engage in combat, and then again from the shadows we see that someone's watching, and it's probably Knuckles' partner, Shot. Again, because there's two disciples of Morel. There's two, Knuckle and Shot. And we see this guy who's hiding in the trees watching the fight go down, and that person is probably Shot, because he speaks about Knuckle as if he knows who Knuckle is in full. So he's hiding in the fucking, I am in the shadows. I see what you are doing, and I will wait for Gon Killua After they are done with this fight, I will strike at the speed of light, you fools. So that's the way it is. So it appears now that after this fight, Gon Killua will be targeted by a complete polar opposite. At least that's the way it appears to be. Because Knuckle, he'll take these guys on straight up, head up, front up. I mean, we saw him at the beginning. He had a banner, he had a sign, he was walking around with a goddamn loudspeaker. Like, I'll challenge you guys wherever, whenever, like, I'm ready to go. But this guy's shot is the polar opposite. He's literally in the shadows, waiting for the right time to strike. At the speed of darkness. At the speed of darkness. Alright, but, that's the way it is. And, I mean, overall, episode, in my opinion, it was a solid episode. It wasn't that, it wasn't, again, just seeing the fact that this character emulates Kobara in a lot of ways, that to me was, in my opinion, the best part. But we see, at one point, Neferpitou working on Kite, and we don't know if Kite's alive or not. Again, we don't know. But what I will say is that we see, like, Kite in some, like, water tube thing. I forgot what the exact thing. I don't know what it's called exactly. In some kind of container. And in some kind of apparatus. I guess, yeah, I think the word's apparatus. And we see stitches on Kite's body. So, I don't know. I have no idea. And we don't see Shao Laputh. Like, these names I need to get used to, man. Monta the Yuppie, Neferpitou, and Shao Laputh. Ugh. Could you imagine naming your kids that? Oh my lord. Come here, Shao Laputh. Get the I would hate my life. Well, just don't name your kids that, basically, alright? Just don't do it. For their sake. And basically, I mean, from there, because we don't know what the rest of them are doing when it comes to the other squadron leaders. All we see right now when it comes to squadron leaders are Peggy and Colt. The others are still probably hunting, because apparently, according to the narration, the Queen right now needs 250 human meatballs a day. So, I mean, that's a lot of human. And because of the fact that the NGL is secluded from the rest of the world, there won't be any news headlines on any other parts of the world because of the fact of their seclusion, the NGL. And in this point, it comes to really bite them in the ass. Like, yeah, we're losing thousands of people a day, and yet we can't inform the world because people in other towns can't communicate with us because once they see the Chimera ants, they're dead or they're captured and they're used as feed for the Queen. So it's like it's a lose-lose, basically. I mean, we do know that the Hunter Association, they know, obviously, because they were informed by Kite's friends. But only they know. Like, the rest of the globe doesn't really know about the situation at hand. Because this is actually a global, this could be a global catastrophe. If it's, and the king's not even born yet. If it's not contained, which is why we have Terminator and his two boys there, to contain the situation, if it's not contained, we got a problem. We got a huge problem. But that's it. So I'll leave it at that. Screen Lightning, episode overall, give it a good. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.